It's time now to find out our winner of the 2020 Junior Athlete of the Year Award. Our previous winners have gone on to become superstars of our sport, and this year's winner is well on that path. The 2020 Snow Australia Junior Athlete of the Year is Josie Baff. Josie, congratulations.
Thank you so much. I didn't know that. Thank you.
Our 2020 Snow Australia Junior Athlete of the Year, the first award to kick off this online version of the Snow Australia Awards. An incredible breakthrough season, gold at Lausanne 2020 Youth Olympic Winter Games. It's Australia's first ever gold medal, so a historic moment. Tell us about the final. Tell us about the whole Youth Olympic experience.
Well, the whole experience was just so enjoyable and so fun. I'm so glad we got to go with so many of my friends, and we had such a good crew there. And the race was very surreal. It still hasn't, I don't think it's ever going to properly sink in, but it was very overwhelming with emotion. But in the final, I had to recollect myself and concentrate on what I had to do and not get too excited or too nervous, and just follow my routine and do what I always do and have fun. So
the Youth Olympic Games really is, in many ways, it is a dress rehearsal. It's a mini version of the real deal. So just, to get the uniform, to march in the ceremony, to represent your country, that must have been a surreal feeling in itself.
Yeah, it was such an honor. It was so different. I never would expect anything to feel the way that it did, especially when you're surrounded by so many people that you like and you love and you've been with for so long, training with them. And I think that's a really special thing about coming from Australia, because we are such a small snow sports community that we can all connect, and then it makes it so much more special when we get to do something that cool.
Absolutely. And you come from a family, a snowboarding family. Your dad, Peter, is a coach and has been with them for a long time. Your brother and sister both have competed. Do you sit around as a family and do you talk about snowboarding all the time, or is it something that sort of happens out on the snow?
Sometimes. I think my mum gets kind of bored of it sometimes, but I think we all know where the line is, so we're not too overwhelmed with the whole thing, and it doesn't completely consume our lives. But yeah, Dad knows his boundaries too. He doesn't ever force us and keep talking even if we're at home and stuff.
So obviously, you're in the pathway now. You're part of the system. You've been training with I think with the NSWIS program, and the snowboard cross has such a strong pathway and some great role models. What's it like to look up and see someone like Belle Brockhoff? To see some of the great athletes that we have. Where do you see yourself progressing to?
It's crazy. I think it really sets the bar for where we can go, where we can actually achieve. And seeing Belle being so successful, it's oh, I can do that too. And it just makes you it gives you another special edge that just is that drive. And I think that's really important, and it's so good that I have that, and so does everyone else coming up. And I hope I can be a person like Belle Brockhoff to younger snowboard athletes too.
So you've you obviously come back from overseas. Now you Zoom schooling at the moment. You're sort of working remotely.
Yeah, we just finished our school holidays. We start again at school tomorrow. So I mean, it's Zoom school, but it's going to be fun to see everyone again. And yeah, I don't really want to go back, but it's fine.
Well, looking at the backdrop there, it looks like you're in sort of far north Queensland, but you're home in Jindabyne. It's
yes.
Looks beautiful out there. What's it? What's it like this time? Is it actually pretty quiet up there?
Reasonably. Usually we're kind of flooded with some mountain bikers and stuff, but because everyone's in lockdown, we kind of have it to ourselves, and it's really fun to get out. And I'm glad it's our backyard and we can go up and hike and mountain bike and keep active, and we're really lucky and grateful that we have that.
Well, you're in a great spot, beautiful part of the world, obviously very close to the mountains, and we hope that we can get out there at some point in the winter,
Yeah.
and I'm sure that we will. Look, it's been incredible rise for you. Congratulations. Is there anybody
you
else
so
that
much.
you'd like to thank for the season that you've just had?
Well, I'd like to thank all my coaches and my parents, especially my family, and everyone who supported me, all my sponsors, Rhythm, Oakley, Oxess, and I just became an ambassador for plastic pollution. So it's really fun to do that, and I hope I can make a difference with one step at a time.
We're certainly making a difference and progressing up the pathway beautifully. Congratulations, Josie, our
Thank
2020
you.
Snow Australia Junior Athlete of the Year. Well done.
Thank you so much.